Welcome back. Welcome to Shogi Club 24. How do you use this site again? So we've reached the rank of 8Q, and we can seek a game. Let's try to play some rated games so I can establish a rating. Do we want to try 1 minute Byoyomi? Let's try Hope Short 30. This way we might be able to get through some games fairly quickly. At the problem being that we'll be in severe time pressure in the games. Right? But yeah, Hope Short 30. I don't... We could also spectate games. Alright, since I'm 8Q, I'd be looking here for a game. Alright, let's play. Good luck. Alright, I'm Senta, so let's play what we've been playing on the other site. And do we remember how to change the board size? It would be beautiful to be able to do that. If not, we'll make do with this. I've heard Shogi Dad talk about this system and how challenging it is to find ideas here. I suspect that's the case. I suspect he's correct. But on the other hand, I can still search for moves here. Can I expand the board to large and perhaps see this a bit clearer? Let's try that. Is there some reason... It's a curious shape. Alright, so my opponent's thrown everything to stop my attack on that side. But just kidding, I was attacking the middle the entire time. I could have played the rook to the center. Maybe still should. Okay, my opponent is fully committed to stopping my rook from invading, so I will seek another path in. I don't like moving this knight, because it makes it harder for me to activate my rook. I'm not the only one playing tricky moves here. Hmm. Is that a problem? Hmm. This is a problem. How do I deal with it? Hmm. I don't understand. Oh, wait. I can take this. Hmm. Hmm. Sharp stuff. Let me turn down my audio a touch. So yeah, I'm looking at silver 4-2. This just looks so explosive. We have a pretty fundamental disagreement about what's happening here. This is why I should play more normal openings and less crazy stuff, so it's easier to learn whether I win or lose. Welcome to this jungle. Reading is hard. Reading is so hard. Thanks for the game. So upon concluding the game, we get to see a Kifu analysis. I was curious how other streamers brought this tool up. I don't remember having this tool quickly come up after a game. This reminds me a bit of Play Shogi. Yeah, everybody sees this on Shogi Club 24. Yeah, I don't understand what happened, and part of that's my fault for playing such a crazy opening. I hesitated forever to push this pawn. Wait, am I... Which perspective? Yeah. There's some tactics happening this game. Both of us missed some fundamental things. What happened here? I don't understand. There's... Oh, I can advance and retreat through the move list. So... Hmm. 6-1. Instead, an alternative apparently is 3-3 gold. Or, yeah, 3-3 gold drop. Is that right? How might this play out? I don't know. 3-3 gold. I have a gold and a pawn. Oh. If I can separate the king from this lance... I don't even need to do that. Anyway, this is complicated. Let's not get lost in the weeds here. So things were even, and then they were not. So instead of 3-3 silver drop, 2-4 pawn. Yeah. This was too heavy. I don't know everything about how to use this tool, but we'll learn it over time. Alright, how do we go back to the lobby? Do we X? Okay. So, yeah, 91 moves, black wins. So I think we have 22 games played. Let's seek another Hope Short 30. We can refresh the lobby to see who else in a similar rating class is seeking a game. Yep. Here we are representing USA. Hmm. Oh, we can also look at other people's games if they're playing games, right? Or does this only show people who are waiting? It is late at night currently in Japan, so finding opponents could be tricky. I forget if the site lets you both watch a game and seek a game at the same time. I'm not a rating favorite in any of these. So, got wait short, short 2, short 3, 15-minute flat. I'm not interested in that. Well, if somebody were to challenge me to it, I could maybe. Yeah, but let's take a look at some of these games. It's amazing how many people are playing. It's a wonderful thing. Do we know? Oh wait, this is I see. Locality is the location. These are different usernames. And if they're playing an opponent, we can see the opponent name that they're playing against. But yeah, it's wonderful to see so many people playing. Hmm. So with that, we have 16 wins, 6 losses. I was reading about the. Let me filter this again. I'd be scared to play against somebody far above my rating class. What opening am I gonna? Am I gonna play third file rook again? But yeah, I was reading the rating documentation. It looks like I need to get 25 games to establish a rating. And right now I only have 21. Who else is playing? Should we watch this? That's right, you can watch a game while looking for a game. It's a good website. That's tricky. So this defends, but also the idea is to bring this general to exchange for that one. But, well, no. Gota might need another attacking piece. Can we use this? Well, the pawn is so far away from the castle. How could we possibly use it? We could use this to chase a gold. It's slow, but maybe Gota has time to do it. I wonder. Yes, we're still waiting for a short game. But it is late at night. I might need to challenge opponents despite being scared to challenge them. I might need to do that anyway in order to establish a rating. All right, let's find an opponent. Oh, am I not waiting? Same room. Update. Okay. I was hoping for somebody in my rating vicinity. Also doing weight short. It makes sense they would play each other. Let's update again. What does this symbol refer to? I don't understand. We could try it anyway. Because we're all waiting for games. Should we try this? Yeah, let's try this. That's fine if they say no. Okay, that's fine. I don't like the idea of playing 15-minute with Zero Byoyomi. Is that what this is seeking? I also don't like that I'm very much not a rating favorite here. Oh, 60-second countdown. Okay, we could try that. This might be a challenging game. If they say no, that's okay. Good luck. I've already forgotten what to do. And this might be a way for me to learn. So I defend my weak point. Yeah, I'm playing a lot of scared moves just because I don't remember the correct move order. So I intend to build half Mino Castle. I don't understand that. Yeah, like, if the bishops do exchange, this is a hole. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the rook now. But I've not played this correctly. I don't feel like opening the center file, so let's try to open some other file. I guess this is a freestyle opening. My silver isn't a bad spot. Hmm. Mm. My bishop's head is exposed. Where does my rook belong? I don't know. Because they control this square, I cannot forcibly activate my rook. I can't put it in front. I can't, like, play Ishida with my rook on the wrong file. We'll bring up the silver, maybe? Alternatively, I could snipe at this, but that's strange. Using the rook to snipe a pawn is... Well, the rook, if it could hit this and promote, that could be useful. Typically, this is easy to defend, but maybe not here. This allows me to activate my rook on this file. Hmm. Yeah, I have no reason to delay this move. I guess I could have pushed the edge pawn to give my king an escape window for endgame play. That would have made some sense too. But the threat of knight up is maybe means that this is too slow. I am somewhat concerned about a rook exchange, because, well, I don't know. It's scary. Hmm. I expect them to drop the pawn this turn, because otherwise maybe I'm threatening... Well, blocking my rook's stupid. Why would I do such a thing? Having the rook staring into their position is unnerving, but I don't have a threat at the moment, other than perhaps pushing the center pawn. But I don't know how that plays out. And while they are threatening to exchange and drop a pawn here, and I have to back up, and it's spooky. Which is perhaps my motivation for trying to exchange bishops and activate these pieces. They could play Elmo Castle. Hmm. Blocking my rook is so painful, but I don't see a path forward. So we've gone back into the opening. Oh, maybe they're invading here. I don't see what I would do with the silver in hand. Well, if I could drop it and take this, I'd have an attack. So many illusions. I keep imagining ways to invade, and these things just don't work out. So we're going to play another defensive move. Oh, my rook cannot promote on the center file. There's too many pieces defending all the squares that it could promote on. Hmm. I think there's a saying that if there are 3 pawns in tension, then you are one done. It'd be funny to do that and just say, hey, where's my one done? That's not how the rank system works. Still could have been cool to push that, but I don't think it works. I mean, answering this back is not smart. Pushing the edge tends to be smarter, but my king's right over there. Yeah. Um, Crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. But I think tactics justify it. This looks too interesting. Let's go. So I don't know if they're going to... Yeah, I didn't think they would exchange. However, I missed that 5-5 is defended 3 times. That presents a problem. Backing down like this just invites further attacks, but I don't see a way to go forward, so I have to back down. Oh, pawn here is painful. Well, it's tricky. I could... It's tricky. Yeah, I could drop a pawn if they drop a pawn, and seemingly my pieces escape. I don't know. I really want my pieces to attack right around here on the head, but I don't know that I have the firepower for that. And if pieces exchange, they'll be able to defend against that pretty easily. Well, no, they have 2 heads, 2 ears of the king. This is what I was hoping for, but I didn't think this would happen. So there are 2 ears, and unless the king moves, it's difficult to defend both of them. But how can they find time to move the king? Also, the silver's trapped, and the bishop is blocked by the pawn, although they just have to move the pawn to deal with that. Hmm. They really want to promote that rook. I'm in a similar boat. Yeah, that's pretty severe. got one gold general defending everything. Hmm. Yeah, my optimism led me astray here. Welcome. Sorry, I can't see most of your comment. But yeah, I'm trying to establish a rating. So to establish a rating, I think I need to play 25 games, maybe 30. This is game 23. I'm getting crushed. I got one win today. Don't know what to do. I keep looking for moves, and I keep only finding this move, and I don't like this move, but I don't see anything else. So here I am blocking my rook. After 1,000 times telling other players don't block your rook, here I block my rook. But the tactics look so bad for everything else. Uh, there are some possibilities here. Um, I'm gonna learn after this game. I debated bringing the knight out and trying to drop a pawn here. No, that's completely futile. So then I came up with this, drawing attention away from the center. Um, hmm. Okay, that's smart. Oh dear. Um, hmm. Amazing. Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. If they take 5-5, pawn 5-7 is interesting. Sure, my pieces might be extremely loose here, but there are some fun tactics. There's a balance in the force. Yeah. Let's just keep going. Oh, should I have promoted this? And then I promote here. I wonder. I thought this is my only chance to do this because if knights exchange, I can drop a knight and hit this. But I could have promoted 2 pawns. But this would give the opponent a pawn in hand. Since the opponent doesn't have a pawn in hand this turn, this is a good opportunity to take this point. Yeah, if a person could still feel pain, this would be painful. Hmm. I missed that 5-5 is hanging. Maybe the fact that I missed that doesn't matter. But I did miss it. Scared is not the only word for this. I've got him on the run. He needs to let it go. Or I guess he could run away here, but I don't know about this. Maybe winning a rook's not good for me here. My position might be so bad that this doesn't change anything. Maybe. It does feel like I'm fighting, but I don't know if that's good enough. Okay, we're gonna play into a tactic here. Because my position is so delicate. I see a gold drop fork, but that's not the only tactic in this position. I lost my connection. I've got to try to reconnect. Okay, I've returned. However, probably my game is gone. I don't know how to find my game. I think... Oh yeah, it's already counted as a loss, isn't it? There's no way to get my game back, is there? Is there a way to see my game log? I am curious about... I don't know. But since I'm a new player, probably there was no way to resume the game. It's not until I think you've established a rating you have the ability to resume games. So, unfortunately, the game is lost due to internet connection error. However, it was a good game. Shall we seek another game? Yeah, I attempted on my mobile phone to reconnect and resume the game, however, it could not be resumed. If I remember correctly from what I read in documentation, the game does not, how do you say it? You don't have the option to resume a game unless you're an established player, if I remember what I read correctly. I could be wrong. Either way, yeah, we'll make do with what we got. So I'm currently seeking a short game. We could go around challenging players unless they're interested in challenging us directly. So some players I think are waiting for longer games. Some are waiting for shorter games. Hmm. Would be nice to see somebody close to my rating or seeking a similar time control. Sure. Let's play a game. Good luck. Alright, this time let's try to play third file rook. Which I've had some success with in the past. I'm confused. Okay, we're going to delay again and again and again. They'll open this diagonal and I'll close it. I'll also castle to the right, since my rook's on the left. Am I supposed to move my silver left here? Somehow it feels correct to do that, but I don't know why. Regardless, it is probably correct to build a castle. This is going to be fun if the silver just... Well... Oh, okay. Hmm. Alright, so I misread this. My opponent will get some initiative out of this. However, if a bishop exchange occurs, they did push the center pawn, and that's not recommended. Alright, I expand the scope of my rook. And even though they can do silver takes, so potentially I'm down 2 pawns. This still looks interesting, both due to my rook having some influence and my castle having been built, and of course the king-rook fork, but that's not going to happen. Wait, no, last game was game 23. I don't know what happened from the disconnection, because I don't see it in the game record, or the game log. So I'm letting my opponent activate their rook, but my rook also becomes active. They don't have a silver to protect this pawn. They've heavily defended their king, which makes sense. Okay, let's first offer the opponent the ability to block their rook. They'll probably take me up on that. They'll probably drop a pawn, which blunts their rook as they build a stronger castle. I have to admit I didn't expect that. It makes a lot of sense, but I still had not expected it. Oh, pawn drop is ugly. Well, thankfully they didn't play it. Um, I don't see the point of this bishop move. That was what my move was trying to prevent from happening. Okay. This is not good. This is most decidedly not good. We'll pretend it's fine. If I just throw enough pieces at my opponent's position, maybe they'll panic, but I don't think that's the full story here. Mhm. Well, they say a pawn is worth 1,000 gold generals. We might be dropping some pawns to try to see whether that's true or not. Shogi is hard. Thanks for the game. Let's take a look. Maybe we call that our third game for this session. And having played 3 games, maybe we'll pick this up later. I am curious what happened in game 2. I think I was getting crushed as I disconnected. I'm not sure how to resign or resume that game. Oh, I could go to game record display. Should we do that? Oh, that's just this game record. That's different from previous game records. I don't know how to... Okay, so apparently this is a different website. It has a login button. And it does not... I'm not logged in, so I can't see my other game records. So, yeah, this got pretty sharp. I missed something here. Should I have taken this gold? No. 3-3... That's 3-3 pawn is not something I can do here. 3-2 gold is the opponent's move. My mistake was 4-4 promoted bishop. 4-4 pawn. I did briefly consider it. That's amazing if that's best. Then I made a pretty severe error here too. I should have found 4-4 pawn. Interesting. I did look at 4-4 pawn. Doesn't the opponent just take it? What's the trick? I don't understand. This is, regardless of what an engine might recommend, it helps to play moves that make sense to humans, so I should get humans to help review these games too. Let's take a break. Thanks for watching. See you around.